task started in 2013, but 2016 was the first year that this executive board has been together. We've experienced a lot of growth already, and we're very excited to have a lot more in the future.
So we've come here to the main dining hall, and so Ms. Parker, can you tell me a little bit about this hall, how many people it fits, and what kind of occasions do a lot of people come here?
We're open every Monday through Friday, regardless of what that day is. If it's a holiday, not a holiday, we're open if it's Monday through Friday. And we have volunteers who come and they help us serve. Lunch is Monday through Friday and dinner is Monday through Thursday. So we serve 9 meals per week.
So Ms. Parker, how many volunteers help people prepare?
Annually, we have about 3,500 people every year come and they help us serve. We have volunteers who will help us on the line back here. They'll help us put the food on the trays. We have other volunteers who will walk the trays to the table. We have volunteers that help us prepare the meal. And we have volunteers that help us sort the food in the pantry as well.
So can we go over to the pantry right now?
Yeah, let's go.
This is like a schedule of what's...
This is a good question. So we have satellite meal service sites, and they're all over Mercer County. So these are the number of meals that we send out every day to other places. This is the Hightstown Kitchen, the South Trenton Soup Kitchen, the Rescue Mission, and Hamilton. We've got Princeton. We do on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We send out to Yardville. We've got the MLK Church in North Trenton. And who else do we got? I think that might be it. We've got, I think we're up to 13 satellites right now. Well, it's other churches and organizations that say we want to help feed our hungry neighbors. We have a dining room. We've got volunteers. If you give us food, we will give it to them. And we say yes. We'll make the meals here. We'll package them up. We will deliver it to these satellite sites, and then the satellite sites will serve the meal at their food. A lot of this stuff, it looks like it's full, but it turns over quickly because we're preparing so many meals. We're committed to serving a balanced meal, so we always have a protein, a vegetable, a starch, salad, fruit, and juice and milk. Is something that it's very important to us that we're serving healthy, balanced, nutritious meals. For some of the people that we're serving, this is the only meal that they're eating. So it needs to be something that's healthy.
Task impacted me because they had gave me a second chance and now I'm employed here.
I was staying in Camden. I was on the streets of Camden. It was pretty bad, so I came out here to get everything situated and try to get better. And right now it has been getting better. So, I think I made the right choice.
When I was younger, I was unfortunate not to have what some people have. I was homeless. I was poor. My mom used to bring me here when I was little. Probably a little younger than your age. My mom, she brought me here. I've been coming here ever since. The people here, the vibe, it's not even about, the food or anything like that. It's just, it's like what I like to call a safe haven. It's where you can just go and get away from, all the negative stuff. This is a good place to be.
So we have been for 35 years, really turning hunger into hope, by not only just feeding people, but also by providing other services, our adult education, our arts programs, providing people with basic things you take for granted, whether it be reader eyeglasses or we give out Advil, a variety of different things. So kind of like to say, that the food is what opens the door to people. No questions asked. It's a really important part of what Task has done. But we want to provide other opportunities for people so that maybe they don't need to come here for food anymore.
During the recession, there was a lot of jobs that were lost. Those jobs aren't going to come back. We're trying to prepare our, folks for these jobs now. Now, the Trenton demographic, let's say, everybody thinks that, hunger is just a poor person's issue. But here we have a lot of people who are coming into our facility who have jobs. They do have part-time work, they do have full-time work. But the thing is, taxes, cost of living in New Jersey is very, very high. And because the cost of living is so high, these folks have to choose whether or not to pay their rent or to feed their family. In the outer communities like Hamilton, Hightstown, Princeton, Yardville, what we're finding is we're finding these pockets of poverty. I call them pockets of poverty because they're it just hit them late. And we're here, right, at the soup kitchen, but now what we're doing is we're delivering more meals to those locations. We're trying to provide services in areas away from Trenton because we know that hunger isn't just a poor person issue. And that's kind of how the soup kitchen has been evolving lately. It's like in Trenton, hunger kind of, I don't want to say it plateaued because right now with the current situation going on, who knows what's going to happen. But over the last 3 years, it's kind of stayed steady. But the meals that we've been serving outside of our location and to schools, we've been serving more because we've been identifying more areas of need.
So definitely one of my most memorable experiences was there's this one boy, he's probably like 11 years old, and he was just sitting at a table and he finished eating his dinner, and he was just so happy and he was like jumping around and like singing and like throwing out his food. It just like made me think about how joyful he was, like even though he probably doesn't have a lot in life or as much as some of us do, he was just not worrying about it. He didn't have like any cares in the world and he was just happy to be there and to be getting help from somebody else.
Like I saw a bunch of children just having fun at the Halloween party that we hosted. And we were in charge of one of the tables. All of these children were super happy throughout all of their struggles in life, and that made me more grateful for what I had and the happiness I have. And just in general, our memories as a team, as Teens for Task, serving throughout have been amazing experiences.
During Thanksgiving, I saw a father holding his plate and saw like a kid with his dad holding his hand, and he went under the plate and jumped up because he was happy, energetic, because that's what young kids do. And he spilled his father's food, and his father got really mad at him because for some people this is the only meal that they get, and when something doesn't go their way, it's like as if it's over, and it just touches your heart and makes you more appreciative of what you have and continues to make you want to help others.
So I started volunteering at Task my sophomore year, so about like 2 years ago. I think ever since I was in like 7th grade, I always wanted to like volunteer in like a soup kitchen, and I like tried to find like areas that are like near me, and I found the Trenton Area Soup Kitchen. So then I applied for Teens for Task and I got in.
I realized that so much of my life revolves around me, so I wanted to do something that helped other people for once.
You get to see the first-hand impact that you make on people's lives, and I feel like it's important to help your local community.
What does the future look like for Teens for Task, and how can people watching the video get involved with Task?
Well, I think in the future we have a lot of events coming up. We have like an art show, we're planning like a fun run and stuff. I think like what Sarah was talking about in the beginning, that our board is getting more progressively involved, and I think we're just focusing on just like churning out events and like churning out donations and hopefully increasing like membership. But yeah.
Along with events outside of school, some of us have been involved in clubs that are dedicated to the Trenton Area Soup Kitchen and the overall goal of awareness for hunger and all of that. So I know that South has one and North might be having one as well.
Yeah, so like along with starting new clubs, we've also just gotten a lot more people involved. Like with Becca and I at Lawrence High School, we went from us two being involved in freshman year to now having 4 other people that also volunteer. So I think that we're bringing a lot more awareness to the community. And like along with that, the fundraisers that we've done, like we did one at the ice cream shop, we did one at Fruity Yogurt. I think that brings a lot of awareness to the community besides just generating money and getting more people to come and volunteer. So what goals do you think we can aim for in the future?
Well, in the past we've talked a lot about doubling membership and tripling donations, so we should also think about how to go about that.
Yeah, I know Miss Parker at Task had mentioned that we have a lot of these satellite locations, so we should try to encourage people, especially those watching the video, encourage them to reach out to these satellite locations so that we can all make an impact on those who are affected by hunger.
Like we can create a ripple effect.
If anyone were to want to get involved, then they could go through the website, the task website. You could fill out an application on there, or you could email us directly at teens4tasked@gmail.com, the number 4, and we'll point you in the right direction.
Yeah.